everybody, it's me, Jessica lwhor, and we're back with another Rate the Runway, where I go through RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 8, and go one by one as we rate the looks for the ball challenge. But before we start this episode, make sure you subscribe to my channel, you've hit the bell for notifications, and you're not missing out on any lwhor content. Alright, let's get into it.
Attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention. Here I am walking down the street, seeing all the boys trying to take a peek. Shorts pulled up, a chest out right. Come on, boys, just take a bite. Look but don't touch, spin it round and round.
Okay, everybody, for this episode, it is one of all of our favorites, the ball challenge. Every contestant has to make, every contestant has to create, not create, whoop, 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 back it up. Okay. Alright, everybody, for this Rate the Runway, we're going through RuPaul's Drag Race Episode 8, the ball challenge. So we have 3 looks that each queen has to bring down the runway, and how I'm going to do it this time, now that we have dwindled down the group to 9 motherfuckers, we're going to go from my least favorite look to my most favorite look for each of these categories. Then at the very end, I'm going to tell you what I thought about who should be in the top and who maybe should have lip synced tonight, because it's a little bit different. So, for the first one, everybody, this was the Racer Start Your Engine look. So they had to recreate RuPaul's iconic bodysuit, pink and black, flag, racer outfit. And this is what I thought. So in the best, we'll start best for this one, was Sasha Colby. And honestly, for this particular runway, I wanted to see a reference or a nod to Drag Race, like to the racer look, but I didn't want it to be so replicated at the same time. I wanted there to be a story behind it. I think Sasha really stole it because she came out in a gown. And I think that it was a simplistic, clean, fucking look. It was just very beautifully done. So Sasha got first for me on that because I think it was the best and most memorable interpretation of one of RuPaul's looks. And then Spice was next. This has been a minute since Spice has been on the top. Although it was Spice's classic kind of silhouette or like style, the look was so clean. And what I liked about this look is that it had character, it had personality. It wasn't this, we're not talking about this, but the whole idea of like, I could tell who she was. And she was selling it. She put some comedy in with the ding ding and everything. So I think that that's why I put her so far on the top. Next up, I put lwhor London. Similar reasons for Sasha Colby. Sasha Colby kind of came out in something a little bit memorable. This 2-piece look and having the giant flag, I think, was the extra sell for me. Like, there were details, she looked gorgeous, and I think that she kind of really did reinterpret RuPaul's look. So you were next for me. Then I put down Mistress Isabelle Brooks. Same reason, although this is pretty much replicated in terms of the bodysuit idea, and I think it's the most replicated. It looked snatched on her, and I think it was creative and clever to put catchphrases on it that were legible. I think that is what gave you the little edge. And then I put Lucy LaDuca next. I did say it right. Yeah, we're gonna get the shit. Lucy LaDuca came down and wore a Princess Peach go-kart inspired look, and I put her right in the middle because as much as I love the creativity, what I'm noticing from Lucy is I think that she's over-interpreting the theme, and I have to ask questions. If I have to ask you why do you have this curly thing? Oh, I'm Princess Peach and I didn't get that. I don't want you to have to explain your look to me, and I think that's where it fell short. I like the racer nod, and I know Mario Kart, but even knowing Mario Kart, I didn't know you were trying to be Peach. So Lucy LaDuca put you right in the middle in kind of that safe area. Next one I put is Marsha, because I think that she looks the most beautiful. This outfit I think was the most beautiful Marsha has looked on the runway in my opinion. The pastel jumper with the very Farrah Fawcett poofed out hair and the makeup was beautiful. What I didn't like is that I wouldn't know that this was in reference to RuPaul. If I watched you walk down the runway, I would not know that you were trying to recreate this RuPaul look. Whereas in each of these, I could get the idea. And that's why I put you there, because I would never have known. And that's kind of where the trend will go as we go into our lease. So we've got all these, the next one is Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. Just too simplistic. It was not exciting to me. It was just too simplistic. Same kind of realm. Nitra, Kill Bill. That's what I got. Green jumpsuit, trying to be that yellow color with the track. Like, I just got Kill Bill. It was not. I would not have known this was RuPaul otherwise. I think you all look great. Yeah. That's beside the point. I'm specifically looking at the theme. Everybody looked really great as a whole on the runway, but now we're getting critical. And then Selena's titties. I put you down at the bottom. You know I love you so much. I think that you look beat and laid every single time you're on the runway. But the blue baggy kind of jumper, kind of like gave me Missy Elliott vibes. Like it did not make me think of RuPaul at all. Like not even in the same realm, or like made me think if you were starting a drag racing thing. So for the first round, this is what I have. Sasha Colby all the way down to Selena's titties, and that is for runway number 1. All right, everyone, this one's going to be a little bit easier because for the second round, as the queens came down the runway, they had to do a inspired eleganza look from a previous ball challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race. So for this one, I think I'm gonna start good because when we get to bad, it goes real quick. I'm just like, no, and you get it. Okay, so to kick it off in first place for this one, I put Mistress Isabel Brooks, MIB. I think not only the look and the idea, I think that she was a strong first start to this challenge. Like, this was it for me. Everyone gagged, everyone loved it, it just was right. I think doing a beach ball the way that she did it was, it will be a memorable look. People will remember this for a very long time. So here at the top for me. The second one is for the bag ball, and you're a weed bag, right?
Smoke weed every day.
Dime bag with the big joint on the head. I can tell you, here in Colorado, everybody was just like, yeah! Stoners were going crazy. Anybody that has ever enjoyed cannabis went crazy for this. The only reason that I put it just down a peg is because you had to really look at it for a second. Like, at first impression, you're like, what the fuck does she have in her head? What the fuck is happening? And then you get it and you go wild. And I think that's the only reason Mistress got that little extra, because she walked out, you're like, that bitch. Yeah. Like, you knew what she was. It's very good. I mean, also very bad vision, Sasha. So. Next one I did was for the hairball, Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. I have a lot of opinions on this one. People said that they didn't really like it, but when you look at the hairball challenge from that season, that was with Yara Sofia, Alexis Mateo was on that one as well. This is like what I would expect. Like, I want to see all hair. Your hair was intricately braided into the corset. There was hair all on the skirt. Like, was it the most appealing? But when you look at that challenge, most of the hair looks aren't that appealing to look at in most ways, but I thought this was really, really well done, personally. So, put you up here, Malaysia. And then next up I put Lux Noir. She also did the, oh shit, I just remembered.
Few moments later.
Oh, Lux Noir London also did hairball, came out with these two big high ponytails, kind of a cone shape on a skirt. I didn't think it was bad. I always think everything that Lux wears is so great, but for this one particularly, the high pony made me think of Willow Pill's underwear, like thong moment look with the hands up, and I thought that you could put more hair on it. I wanted to see as much hair as you put up on here, but it was so clean also. Like, you could tell what challenge you were doing, the hairball. Okay, so there's that. Next up, I put Marsha. You just fell very in the middle for me. Your look was very reminiscent. You did the bag ball, reminiscent of your metallic look when you kind of look like the Tin Man, same silhouette, same color tones. And so I felt like this was, it was, for having the bag ball, it was very bland. It was very nice, you looked beautiful, but it was very just Marsha. Next up, I said, was Spice. And Spice did the blue ball. And this is where, like, the last four, I think I didn't enjoy any of it, to be completely honest. This was hard to pick who was the worst of the worst, in my opinion. Having the little blue balls that we used to play with in crafts stuck around made me, I did not like it. It just looked messy. I know it was something different, I give you credit. I think that's why I put you closer to the safer zone because of that, so I don't, yeah. Just, no. Blue balls, just like little sticky little blue balls. Next was Lucy LaDuca, and I said that she was this far to the bottom. Not that she didn't look pretty, she did the bag balls well with little doggy bags and stuff like that, but it made me think of Gigi Good's ball dress that she made. Same silhouette, same placement, same like little reveal thing. Not that the silhouette didn't look well on you, but it just was a flop for me. I think you look pretty, and that's why you're kind of farther up. But dog bags, girl. Next, I put Anitra. Anitra did the candy ball or the sugar ball, and it just looked a mess. It looked like you took a garment and just glued candies to it, and there was nothing really reimagined. And I think having to explain like the taffy titties and having to explain your look was not great either. And I love the sugar ball. It's one of my favorite balls, but no, Anitra's next. And then finally, I put Selena's S Titties. Selena's S Titties did that's why, the money ball. And we have seen the money ball done so many times. If you're gonna do the money ball in the future, if anyone else is gonna wear fake money, make it so fucking crazy good that it does not even look like it's money. Like, do something with it, because this flappy dollar French thing, it didn't work for Khloe Kardashian, it didn't work for this one either. It just was not good. I appreciate the creativity at bare minimum. I'm very sorry, that's harsh. I love you, Selena. Okay, so this is what I thought for the second runway, from best to my least favorite. All right, and for the third walk down the runway, they had to create from scratch a look of crystals, dripping in crystals, extravaganza, eleganza. So, similarly, I'm going to start with who I thought was the best, and I'm going to end with my least favorite look. To kick it off is Anitra. I really just think the attention's in the details, from the mug to the face, but I really do agree with the description that it was not only beautiful, but it had an edge to it, like that McQueen, very edgy bone structure piece, and it was just so good. It was so good. So you had me gooped and gagged, Anitra, that's why you were in the top. Luxe Noir London, I put you second because not only was this like dripping in crystals, the imaginativeness that you put together for this look of this like still crystal water slash like it was really, really beautiful, and I just gasped when I saw it because I didn't see it, I didn't understand it, but it was so well done. So you are second for me. Third, I put Sasha Colby. I think from the belly button up, I really love this look, but from the waist down, I was not a fan of the two large slips. Do I think and that's being really critical, do I think that the look was bad at all? No. For me personally, I felt like the top half had so much, and there wasn't enough of that like dripping from the waist down that I would like to see. I saw metallic, like shimmer for sure, but that's the only reason I put you up here. But I promise you're third. Next I put Selena's titties, and I'm really disappointed that she was in the bottom for this look and she got so much hate for it. I think that she toned it down, and she had more stones on her dress that fit her so well. Do I think that maybe there could have been a different styling for hair, I think, with this look? Absolutely, but I think because her shoulders were open, I would have loved something to cover more of this space and still see the shoulders, but I don't see why people hated on it so much. I thought it was really beautiful. Now let's get to these other hookers, okay? Lucy LaDuca, she had the big pageant thing, and I gave her props because it was covered in rhinestones and crystals and jewels, and it had a story. The reason that I didn't put it higher up is that simply there was just a piece of these that, like, we've seen a pageant girl on the runway. Valentina's done it. I think that even Gigi Good do a prom kind of idea, and so I think we've seen something like that. That's the only reason. But beautifully made. I thought it was beautifully Next up, I put Mistress Isabel Brooks. Not only did she look fucking stunning, the only reason is that there just wasn't enough crystals. It was a beautiful white dress and there was crystal embellishment, but I wanted to see, even if it spaced out all the way down, I wanted to see, and at the time, I don't know, I'm not on the show, but dripping. That's the only reason I put you. There just wasn't enough bling bling, and that's why I put up the next person there as well. Marsha. You are in the bottom for the same reason. You had a very clean look. You said it was like old hooker stripper, which I didn't get, but we've seen this kind of form on you before, this like style, like you know it fits your body well, but there was not enough stones for me, not enough like crystal feel to it. That's why I put you lower than that. But I think you had less than Mistress, which is why she's a little bit higher than you. Finally, next up I have Spice. So Spice has that two-piece, and we've seen this silhouette on Spice before. Do I think that it had crystals, embellishments, and it was great? Yes, but when you look closely at it, just like I said, like the black ties on the sides of the legs were distracting. It was just a piece of fabric. We've seen this look also. This is the silhouette that is very classic. And if you're gonna make something for yourself, I get that. But I wanna see something a little bit different. But yes, Spice is here. And then finally, oh God, Malaysia, you had such a good successful run at your first attempt for the sewing challenge, and this time not so much. I think that you created another gown with the belt, and it's the same pinks and whites, and it just wasn't exciting to me. I don't think that it was the best work that you've done, but I also just wasn't excited by what you created, to be completely honest. So, this is what I have for the third and final round. Tell me what you think. I've got Anitra at the top, Malaysia Baby Doll the Fox. Now, let me give you who I thought was going to be our top three, bottom three, and safe, okay? So, for this challenge, I definitely would have Malaysia safe, okay? Spice would be safe. Marsha would be in the bottom for me. Mistress Isabel Brooks is in the top. Salinas S. Titties is in the bottom. Sasha Colby is in the top. lwhor London is safe. Anitra is in the top. And Lucy LaDuca is in the bottom. I did that so fast, I don't even know if I agree with that. I just kept going because I was on a roll. Let me look at this real quick. Oh no. Alright, so I didn't change anything behind me because this is what I really think. In the bottom, I would have put Marsha, Spice, and Salinas S. Titties. And in the top, I have lwhor London, Sasha Colby, and Mistress Isabel Brooks. Now, I do agree Sasha Colby would be the winner for this week, so that's where I go. But I do disagree, and I think that the bottom two should have been Spice and Marsha. That's how I personally think. Tell me what you think down below. Do you agree with this? Is this what you think would be the outcome? Do you agree with my fashion perspectives? Probably not. But tune in next week for another Rate the Runway. Bye!
Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention.